Hey guys, it's been a while. I'm Aki from Aki Gaming, and welcome to the long-awaited episode of My Waifu or Husbando is Better Than Yours. Each episode, we will be putting two heroes into the spotlight and see who reigns supreme over the other. First, they will be judged by all of their attributes, which includes their stats, weapons, skills, etc. Then we will put them into a battle simulator and see who's the better one when head-on. Not only that, we will be also giving them their best possible skill build and put them into the ultimate mass battle showdown to see who will crown the winner of My Waifu or Husbando is Better Than Yours. Let's not wait any longer and introduce our contestants. Standing on the left corner, the brother of the goddess Mia, the creator of the Regalian Empire, the god of strength, Duma. And standing on the right corner, the monarch of Galia, the first beast unit on MWIBTY, the Lion King, Caineghis. So here we go, God vs King, Mystic vs Beast. Which armored unit will be crowned the better husbando? Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready to rumble? Round 1, stats and skills. Let's start by comparing their stats. And Duma has the higher HP, attack and resistance, whereas Caineghis has the higher speed and defense. The score is now 3-2 to Duma. Next, let's compare their weapon. Duma uses the Fell Breath that has a might of 16. If foe's HP is lesser than 100%, grants attack resistance plus 6 during combat and foe cannot make a follow-up attack. If foe's range is equal to 2, calculates damage using the lower of foe's defense or resistance. What about Caineghis? He uses the Lion King Fang. It has 14 might by default and grants attack plus 3. And if foe initiates combat, grants attack, speed, defense, resistance plus 4 during combat. And here's the cool part. At the start of turn, if Caineghis is adjacent to only beast or dragon allies, or if he's not adjacent to any ally, he transforms, otherwise reverts. If he transforms, grants attack plus 2 and can counter attack regardless of foe's range. So, which weapon is better? Both are very good in my opinion, but if I have to choose one, definitely it will be this encounter. Hence, the King of Galia equalize. Moving on, their special. Duma has Draconic Aura, a 3 cooldown special that boosts damage by 30% of his attack. As for Caineghis, he has Bonfire, which is also a 3 cooldown special, but boosts damage by 50% of his defense instead. And according to the rating points from Game 8, Draconic Aura has a score of 9 out of 10. And Bonfire has 9 points too. It's a draw. Now, let's look at their passives. Starting with slot A. Duma has Defense Resistance Solo. If he's not adjacent to an ally, grants Defense Resistance plus 6 during combat. What about Caineghis? He has Distant Defense 4. Yes, we are getting more skills like this. So, what does it do? Instead of getting a plus 6 defense resistance during combat when a ranged foe initiates combat, you get plus 8 instead. Not only that, it neutralizes foe's bonus from rally, horn, etc. So who has the better A skill? Not that hard to figure out, I guess. 1 ability versus 2. This comparison goes to the Lion King. Next, in slot B. Duma has Bow Fighter that lets him make a guaranteed follow-up attack whenever he initiates, and at the same time, he gains special cooldown charge plus 1 per attack. As for Caineghis, he has the more defensive fighter, which is Vengeful Fighter. If his HP is more than 50% and foe initiates combat, he makes a guaranteed follow-up attack. It also grants special cooldown charge plus 1 per attack. And by referring to Game 8 again, Bow Fighter is rated higher than Vengeful. The God of Strength equalize. Lastly, their passive in C. Duma has Upheaval. At the start of turn 1, deals 7 damage to all foes, and if defending in Ether raids during Anima season, destroys offensive structure within the same column as unit. However, it does not affect structure that cannot be destroyed. This skill complements his weapon, which makes him almost guaranteed to have combat buff and prevents foe from follow-up. What about Caineghis? He has Distant Guard that grants combat buff to allies within 2 spaces, a +4 defense resistance when facing ranged foes. So, who will take the last point? Apparently, Upheaval has a score of 9 compared to Distant Guard that has a score of 8. Duma takes the lead. And that's the end to round 1. With a score of 5 against 4, the winner of the first round is Duma! Close fight with the god aging past the king. Will the lions pounce back in the next 2 rounds? Let's find out in round 2, head-on fight. For this and the next segment, I'm going to use the battle simulator from Arctic Silver Fox. First, we are just going to let them brawl with their default skills, IV with no buff. And here's the result for 1 full turn. It seems Duma beats Caineghis on both phases because of his skill combo. The God of Strength gets a combat buff through his weapon because of Upheaval's 7 damage and prevents foes from making a follow-up attack. To make matter worse, he gets to hit twice because of Bullfighter. Scary stuff he has there. So the default fight goes to Duma. Next, how about we give them some skill inheritance? As our usual practice, we will optimize their build for the highest winning rate. For Duma, Fell Breath, Draconic Aura, Attack Defense Solo, Bullfighter, Upheaval, Fire Boost Seal. As for Caineghis, he will have a similar build other than his weapon, special and passive, which are Lion King Fang, Bonfire and Odd Attack Wave. And the result? It's a double KO. Whoever initiates will get to KO their opponent, but there's a catch. Caineghis has to attack Duma before the Upheaval kicks in. In other words, the King of Galia could only beat Duma if his HP is 100%. Anyway, let's consider it a draw for the skill inheritance fight. But since Duma already had a point in the previous fight, the winner of the second round goes to the God of Strength.
I was busy thinking about thighs, thighs, thighs. I was busy dreaming about thighs, thighs, thighs. Head is spinning thinking about thighs.
Before we proceed to the final segment, let's look back at the results so far. Duma has 2 points compared to Caineghis that has none. By right, we already know who's gonna take home the title of the best Husbando. But where's the fun if you don't show their full capabilities when facing the masses, right? So, could Caineghis salvage back 1 point? Or would it be a 3-0 to Duma? The answer will be all cleared in round 3, Mass Battle. For this segment, we will be using the same damage calculator as round 2 to calculate how effective are they against all the other heroes. Instead of looking at only their kills, we are also going to consider their draws and losses too. And the result will be in the form of percentage. Here's the formula. First, we will calculate the result with their default build. And here's the result for 1 round of initiation. Duma takes the first point with an impressive winning rate of 98.7 over 57.2. Next, let's have a look at the result for 1 full turn with attacking phase first. The God of Strength takes another point with a difference of nearly 20%. Now defending first. Here's the result for 1 round of defense. It's a landslide victory for the ruler of Galia with 93.5% to 48.1%. Moving on to 1 full turn of defense. This time Duma managed to close the gap, but he's still trailing by 4.5%. Another point to Caineghis. The halfway score is 2-2. Now, let's look at the result after inheriting skills. Who will perform better this time? For 1 round initiation... Whoa! First time in MWIBTY history. 100 freaking % winning rate. I didn't know that's possible. And it's coming from a colorless too. What about one full turn by initiating first? What the? This time both of them gets 100%. I'm at a loss of words now. What if enemy attack first? How different would the result be? For one round of defense, Caineghis has the higher winning rate this time thanks to his distant counter. Lastly, let's look at the result for one full turn of defense. And again, the Lion King leads with 98.7% to 93. This marks the end to round 3. With a score of 3-4, the last round goes to Caineghis. However, the final result has long been decided. And ladies and gentlemen, having 2 wins and a loss, the winner of this episode of My Waifu or Husbando is better than yours is Duma! What an exciting match! Not only do we get to see one of the greatest armored showdown in MWIBTY history, but we also witness the birth of 2 heroes which managed to hit the 100% winning mark. Seriously, I'm beyond impressed by the 2. Who would have thought they would have a perfect score, right? Anyway, congratulations to Duma for earning the title of the better Husbando, mainly because of his slightly better base kit and default setup. But with skill inheritance, the Lion from Galias proved to be the reckoning force that is better in overall attack and defense compared to Duma, which is heavily dependent on attacking phase. So, what's your thought on the result? Who is the better Husbando? Let's discuss. If you like this video, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe and hit the notification icon to Aki Gaming for more interesting content like this. You could also leave a comment below to suggest who would you like to feature in a future episode. Thank you for watching and hope to see you on the next episode of My Waifu or Husbando is better than yours.